Hi guys, welcome to Leilani Drinks the Brown Stuff for another episode in my backyard. And I'm Leilani with my black smoky eyes that I tried this evening. My beast says I look crazy, but hey, I've gotta play. I've gotta try. I don't know what else to do with all this makeup sometimes. I am excited about tonight because this has been quite a long time coming. A few years ago, I think it was 2018, my beast for my birthday, as I was slowly getting into the whiskeys, he ended up getting me a tour at a distillery. He didn't tell me which one. So there's a fire. It burns down part of a tasting room, and I think they end up rebuilding it to make it bigger to accommodate more people. But of course that takes time. So we end up getting a message almost a year later, and he is told that this distillery is now open and he can make an appointment, which he does for my birthday the following year, January 2020. So guess where we go? We go to the Lost Spirits Distillery here in Cali, downtown Los Angeles, and that is the whiskey we're getting into tonight. So we go, we have a great time. I end up ordering a bottle of whiskey, and I end up ordering the bottle that they don't have there. And that's part of the story tonight. But the thing was, the pandemic hit. So we didn't get the bottle. Like they said it would come in 3 months. So I think February, March, April, May, we were supposed to get it in 2020. And of course, with everything happening and as crazy as it got and as fast as it happened, things started shutting down then. So there's no bottle. We called, we emailed, we did the whole Facebook thing, nothing, no responses. And I was like, holy moly, I think they just took our money. A few months ago, my beast got the message, and they stated they were slowly coming back up to production. And so we got the box, and I'm going to box it in front of you. Now, what's funny and crazy about this is I don't know which whiskey it is. All right. I do know it's the Lost Spirits Distillery. It's one of the Abomination series. And one of them's called Sawyers of the Law. The other one is called Crying of the Puma. They are both 108 proof. Both of them are 54% ABV. Both of them have been aged in used Riesling American oak. What else? And they are both super peaty Islay malt-based spirit. And I say malt-based because this is like a rapid tech whiskey spot. Let's open this up and let's find out, because I have been dying to figure this out. Because, you know, I'm difficult and I always pick the one that's not going to be there. So that's what I did. This was one of these were on back order. I'm thinking it's the red label. It's the Crying of the Puma, not the black label, the Sawyers of the Law, because I can swear that that's the one we tasted there. And they said that was the refined one. The Crying of the Puma, the red label one, is supposed to be the really hard core, unrefined. Oh, what is, it's all, oh, I have to take the whole innards out. So here we are with my birthday gift of 2020 finally arriving. Oh no, and it's not the one I thought it was. That just says liquid gold. It doesn't say which one it is. Holy moly. This is Sawyers of the Law. I could have swore this is the one we had. Like I wanted the red label one. So that kind of sucks, right?
Well, you don't remember 100%.
I think I do. I think the picture that I had was with the bottle of whiskey, and it had the black label on it, and that's the one that was sitting there. That's the one we tried. So of course, the one that I decided that I wanted to get was the one that wasn't there, the one that was on back order, and that is the red label one. This one was there. I promise you, I'm going to show you the pictures. You guys, there'll be a picture. I swear to you, I was holding this bottle, and I could have taken that bottle home maybe. So So did we try the Pumas?
I don't know.
I don't know. Now I'm so confused. However, we're going to get into it. It's a heavily peated malt. Now, this distillery, what was really super fun and super cool is that they call it like the Willy Wonka booze factory. They call it the Disneyland of liquor, and I will tell you the reason why. Because it's a really cool place to go and have a tasting, because it's not your normal average walk in, there's a guy, bartender, female, it doesn't matter, pouring you a couple of drinks and telling you about the whiskey. Oh, no. They do it big over there. So you go in and it's like a tavern style place, pretty dark, pretty moody, just like my eyeshadow. You wait for a moment as you sign in, and then they usher you into this open air space, because I don't think they really had a roof at the time or ever. I don't know if they like open air in this area, but it was freezing. I remember it being cold. And they gave us a bottle of the whiskey. Not a bottle, they cracked open, I wish they gave us a bottle of the whiskey. They cracked open a bottle and they talked about one of the abominations. I can't remember which one, obviously. So we sat there drinking the whiskey in the cold, but it was so smoky, so heavily peated, so mossy, so chewy. It just warmed us up. And as you're doing this, a boat in a moat floats by with people waving to you, and you wave back at this crazy sight. Then you go outside and they leave you there. The people that have been touring with you go, hey, this is your maze. Go find the other people at the end. And it's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland, just walls of green, and it's not scary or crazy or just huge. I mean, this place is, pretty, but it's a decent little walk, and you could go the wrong way and get at a dead end. So we made it, and then all of a sudden the ladies put us on the boat in the moat. She used her leg to push that boat in the moat. And then you went past other people that were sitting, and you waved to them, and they waved back to you. They ushered you onto this bus, but they renovated the inside. Now, the first bus that we went to get to the distillery, which wasn't on premises, which I thought it was like a garden themed, like metal chairs in there, painted, flowers, butterflies, all the cutesy stuff. We get there, and what's crazy is they line you up to these two ginormous crates. I mean, you kind of squeeze through to get through there.
Semi-trucks.
Semi-trucks? It weren't crates?
No, they were trucks.
Oh, they felt like crates. Are you sure? Mm-hmm. No, his memory's trash. They were like shipyard crates.
They were not. They were semis.
And you had to go through that area. Up the stairs, and then they ushered you into their warehouse. One of the rooms is just dark, and they have these like high voltage lights set up, and this is how they rapid age some of their whiskey. And you got to just jump in a cart kind of a ride as they went through their facility. We ended up in another room where the organic chemistry lab was happening and going on, and they explained this is where they end up putting all the stuff together. And in the midst of that, I noticed a female chemist come in, and I was like, who is that? And they were like, the lead female chemist. And I was like, you get back on this bus, and then they changed the theme of this bus when we were going back. But it was really artsy and super cool. It was just definitely different to see as you watched this, because it was like almost 3D form holograms. And then you're back at your car, and you're ready to go home. And wow, what a cool, kind of fascinating place. Now, I remember it stating on the site that there was 5 people involved that are actually involved with the company. They're engineers and the chemists, I think, but they built this distillery wonderland themselves, without any construction, without any outside labor. And in 2010 is where they got a little bit of buzz, and that's when they were located at their Monterey County distillery. In 2014, they said they made history, and that was at the Silicon Valley distillery. Now, history of what? I don't know. Was it this technology? Was it that they came out with this stuff? It doesn't really quite state, and it's not quite clear of what happened, but obviously 2014 maybe was the year that their stuff, they got a, I don't know, what is it, a plan, a method to make their whiskeys is what I'm trying to say in a long form. And in 2017, the Abomination series came out. And even on this tag, which I did see, they did win in 2018 and in 2019. They don't state it. They say 94 points. I think it was 93 points on their website for 2019, but that's still close from the Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible. It is distilled peat smoke, and from what I understand, it's distilled like they use the Islay in Scotland. They use that, and then they bring it over here and experiment that in California. So let's get into this bottle, because I'm so excited. So maybe the bottle I'm holding in the picture is the bottle I couldn't get. Maybe that's what it was. All right, let's, oh, nice. Oh, that's smoky, peaty, mossy, but super like almost tobacco, chocolate, kind of. Is that a, I want to almost say blackberry, but then the smoke comes in and it's like, and I like the smell of tobacco. All right, let's get this in. Woman's pose, woman's pose, let me get that woman's pose. So as you can see, it almost looks like a flat Coca-Cola color. That's what it reminds me of, like a root beer color, and then it has some hints of the amber in it, as you could see, the hints of red that comes through. Oh, that smells so heavy and so different and so just like, And for it to be a rapid aging whiskey company, I mean, this is really a really fascinating smell of like chocolates, and it feels like every now and then I get a whiff of a blackberry. Oh, okay, let's take a sip of this. It feels like they lit this on fire and I just drank it, and smoke is now billowing from the back of my mouth. That's what I taste, smoke. Like literally, I am barbecuing in my mouth right now. That's all I'm getting is the grill smoke. Holy moly, that's amazing. It's so different, so crazy different. So smooth, easily drinkable. You feel the warmth definitely at the back end, but you get like this peat, moss, chocolate, berries, smoke, and it's all happening in this one smooth, continuous layer on your tongue. And it is crazy to think that this is a rapid age whiskey. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep sipping this. I'm gonna be drinking this tonight. Leilani Drinks the Brown Stuff has to give Abomination Sawyers of the Law 5 solid kisses. I'm so happy to give 5 kisses to this. It is a very cool and different kind of Scottish whiskey. It is just full of tobacco smoke, and I've always loved that smell and that scent. So if that's not your thing, that might not be for you, but to taste this really wonderful, different feel of chocolate and tobacco in my mouth, I love it. 5 kisses, 5 kisses. So they are opening in Las Vegas, and we can't wait to go to celebrate with them. Yay! I guess the abomination isn't an abomination anymore.